Morgan's brother from the documentary besides me heard that McDonald's food was nutritious. Well, if it's true, he must be able to eat it every day, and so he did. A month later, 3 doctors emphatically implored him to stop eating it because his liver was shutting down. In fact, it was killing him. Good afternoon, my name is Winnie Leung, and today I will be showing you that fast food not only causes obesity and cancers, but it also leads to premature death. Our second speaker, Mandy Chow, will also be showing that these greedy fast food corporations are morally deficient. And our lovely and talented Katie Leung will be summing up our case. The motion today is straightforward. However, we need to understand what fast food is. Generally, fast food is already prepared and is traditionally fried or deep fried, and is often taken away. So, we're not talking about the packed lunch mom made for us today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time we quit counting around with our food and start taking our diet seriously. So, who are we? According to the WHO, 1 billion of us are overweight and 300 million are obese, and obesity rates have doubled since the 1980s, including in China. And not surprisingly, so has fast food. Currently, McDonald's serves 65 million customers a day. That's 65 million people being served food that will ultimately make them sick. And according to the FDA, the overeating of fast food more than 2 times a week leads to serious illnesses, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, heart and stroke diseases, and certain forms of cancers, such as breast and colon. In fact, 400,000 Americans die each year from these diseases, and these fatalities are the second most preventable deaths next to smoking. Again, obesity is the second biggest killer in Americans next to smoking. The FDA also warns us that obesity rates in children have more than doubled since the 1980s. Perhaps one of the most sobering statements came from the former U.S. Surgeon General, Richard Kamala, and I quote, "Because of the increasing rates of obesity, unhealthy eating habits, and physical inactivity, we may see the third generation that will be less healthy and have a shorter life than their parents." And why are these people dying? Because, and again, according to the FDA, your average fast food meal contains almost all the calories you need for the whole day. It's overloaded with trans fatty acids, cholesterol as well as salt and sugar. Did you know you got to work 7 hours to burn off a Big Mac meal? And so why should we care? This is Americans' problem, right? Wrong. McDonald's announced this year that Asia was the key to its growth, that it will aggressively increase the number of franchises in China. And sadly, Asia already has grown faster growing obesity rates, as 2/3 of the world of diabetics according to the WHO. And all this for what? So corporate Americans can line their pockets with our money at the same time we line our artery, their deadly cholesterol. Ladies and gentlemen, we say the day have come for all of us to quit counting around with our food and start taking our diet seriously. Thank you.
Adjudicator, chairperson, teacher, and students, good afternoon. Today we are here to vindicate that fast food restaurants do not bring more harm than good. So, first of all, we think that fast food restaurants is not responsible for the harm, and also the convenience brought about is undeniable. First of all, I would like to talk about how people's choices affect the situation, and the second speaker will talk about the convenience, and the third speaker will round up all the arguments. So I would like to address health concern and also focus on the word brain in emotion. So actually, what brings the harm? Now it's time to awaken and not to deceive yourselves. I want to ask several questions. Don't we have a choice to choose which restaurant to eat in? And don't we have a choice to choose healthier food in fast food restaurants? Can't we avoid condiments that may add up the calorie level? In fact, fast food restaurants are just serving people's needs, with customers being the one who can make a choice. they are taking the active role by choosing to eat fast food. And so, actually, fast food restaurants are not at all responsible for the harm brought about, and instead, customers are at fault, especially when health information are actually provided, like the nutrition value and also what kind of content they contain. So we see that customers actually are willing to take in the food given that they know the health content. And actually, we can also enjoy healthy food in fast food restaurants. For example, we can have salad and also sweet corns, and we can have normal meals like pasta and also rice. And we can choose fruit juice instead of soft drinks, and we can also avoid condiments like ketchup and mayonnaise as they are optional. Fast food restaurants is in fact not really bringing much harm, as fast food can be not as unhealthy as we perceive if we exercise a better control over fast food or also have a better lifestyle. A very good example would be the Chicago marathon runner Joe D'Amico. He had McDonald's food for his every meal for a month before his marathon competition, and in fact, after the period, he didn't have any weight gained, and his marathon result was 41 seconds faster than his previous record. So this proves that fast food can have no effect on our health status, but different people have different needs on food. So the main point is that we have to get a balanced fast food lifestyle. And also, fast food restaurants are also help promote the healthy diets. For example, in Fairwood, there are 0 monosodium glutamate dinner sets, and in Pizza Hut, thin and light pizzas are available. So people generally get to know more about food contents, and also they pay more attention to nutrition value when they choose their food. And so to conclude, fast food restaurants is not responsible for the harm, and also the convenience brought about is undeniable. And on the other hand, they also help promote healthier dinner, healthier food also. And at last, I want all of you to think about why fast food restaurants still stand that way nowadays. There must be some good points, and probably people think that good points actually surpass the disadvantages. And so my teammates will further explain the case. So thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The negative team is getting it all wrong today. They say it's convenience, but ask the 400,000 Americans who died last year because of diet-related disease, or the 1,500 Hong Kongers who died of colon cancer. Are the few minutes of convenience worth years of your life? They also say that it's about choice, but do children really have a choice? And anyway, shouldn't there be a warning labels on the food, like the ones we see on cigarettes? Then at least we can make an informed choice. Now, if I may, I'd like to return to our case. From the beginning, we have insisted that the time has come for us to quit clowning around with our food and start taking our diet seriously. But what also needs to be digested here today, ladies and gentlemen, is not just unhealthy food, but the unhealthy moral practices of the fast food corporations. So, let's start with the rubbish, shall we? Did you know that McDonald's used to serve their food on reusable plates and cups? But they stopped. And can you guess why? Of course you can. Money. By throwing away plates, cutlery, and cups, they can increase sales and reduce employees, and thus increase profit. And how much waste does the fast food industry generate? According to the EPA, the average Americans will produce roughly 800 pounds of fast food garbage per year. And how much waste is this? In the US, it's enough waste to fill 500,000 football fields, 6 feet high in trash each year. What a stain! And talking about stain, how would you feel about a tobacco company pushing cigarettes on your children? Or alcohol being glamorized on a TV cartoon network? Well, I guess we don't have to tell you where this is going. McDonald's targets young, innocent children. Full stop. And why do they target children? Because they, like the FDA, know all too well that most children's eating habits are formed between the ages of 3 to 5. We can all remember the smell of grandma's apple pies or mom's turkey dinner, right? But it isn't just about the smell and the taste. McDonald's brainwashes children. Are you ready? In 2007, Stanford University showed that most children prefer food that came out of a McDonald's bag rather than just a normal one. But get this, the food was exactly the same. So, food that comes out of a McDonald's bag always tastes better. And how about the toys? Did you know that more toys are given away by Ronald McDonald than Toys R Us? So, if you can't get them hooked on the food, just make it Christmas every day. And speaking of Christmas, did you know more children recognize Ronald McDonald than Jesus Christ? Not only are the fast food restaurants serving food that is killing us, they also have more practices that would turn the stomach of even the most staunch capitalist. We say, let's all quit clowning around with our food and start taking our diets seriously. A famous Fortune 500 CEO once said, "Look after the customer and the business will take care of itself." Sadly, McDonald's has strayed from this principle. And oh, by the way, do you want to know who said that? Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's. Thank you.